Today we're making chicken and rice.
So rude.
Hey, it's what day is it again? It's December 18th. Come on. That one. So, today we're going to be making some food. Now, first, we're going to need some rice cooked. Now, the way I want you to do this is however you can. I'm using, to my white rice. You could also use minute rice, you could use brown rice, I guess, whatever kind of rice you can get your hands on. You can cook it in a rice cooker, you can cook it in like a pot, you know, whatever way you can. I would have shown you the process, but I accidentally hit a button and it wasn't recording after I was done with the calendar. So I need you to get this step done. You can make like 1 cup of rice, 2 cups of rice, or that would be like 2 cups of finished rice or 4 cups of finished rice. You know, I haven't eaten today, so I'm cooking 2 cups of dry rice, which will be 4 cups, like around 4 cups of cooked rice. Now, if you're doing this ahead of time, you can cook this, put it in the refrigerator for a couple hours overnight, whatever, because I guess some recipes for fried rice or chicken and rice or whatever would say, hey, you know, it's best if it's leftover rice, but I'm not going to do that. You know, if you're hungry now, you're hungry now. So yeah. We're going to get started on the next step now. What we're going to need is some chicken. I've got my chicken. It came in really small pieces for some reason. I bought the cheap brand, so they're all like split up instead of one big breast. So I thawed this in my refrigerator. I'm going to need some spices. We're going to get salt, black pepper, onion powder, cayenne pepper. Now, you can do whatever spices you seem good. Sometimes I'll get accent, which is just a fancy name for MSG. You can do that now. So we're gonna spice these guys up on both sides. You know, just liberally. There's no like recipe. If you don't like any of these spices, you can ignore them and add your own, I guess. Let's see, I've got a black pepper grinder, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to use that, so I'm gonna, there we go. Then we flip it around, get the other side all spiced up. There's my rice done. Oh, don't add that much onion powder, hopefully. But, so, we gotta go over to the pan and get this thing started up. We're gonna add a little bit of oil up the pan or whatever they do in the cooking world. You know, it's probably a little bit much even, but doesn't really matter that much. Now, we have to turn this on to medium heat. Oop, that's the rear burner. And you always want it to be less than you think when they say medium, at least on a gas stove. Because the medium I used to think was actually pretty damn high. I would always burn stuff or get like stuck to the pan. So you gotta wait for that to heat up just a little bit. So you could even do this while you're doing all your seasonings. You're gonna want to make sure to have soy sauce for later too. Or you don't need it, I guess. I mean, the great thing about this recipe and why I cook it so much is because you can excise pretty much any of the ingredients other than rice. And like you can even make this without the meat if you have egg, or you can make this without the egg if you have meat. I mean, in the end, if you just have rice, you would just eat the rice. But all right, it's kind of making noises now, so. Alright, so you're going to cook this until it seems done. And as you can see here, rice is all ready. Now you can, if you're not doing the chicken part right away, you can, once you're at this step, you can put it in the fridge, leave it for a few hours or overnight, and then later on do this step if you want. So I'll be back once the chicken is ready. Just like I'm doing, but faster and more even. So yeah, we got all the chicken in here. There's usually enough oil left in the pan from the first cooking to get the rest here done. If there's not, you can add a little bit more. We're not going to cook, refry it or anything. We're just getting it. What I'm going to do now is add the egg. Now you can do this at this step. You could cook it beforehand and have it like scrambled eggs that you add, or an omelet that you chop up and add. You could do it after this step and add it when the rice is in. All of those I've tried. They're all alright. Fucking... There. Better. Now it's pretty much just like scrambled eggs at this point, making scrambled eggs. Chinese spices, if you have, sometimes I had a huge packet of General Tso's seasoning mix, and I would just add a little bit each time I did this, and I didn't actually use it how you're supposed to make General Tso's. And it was nice. Just experiment. This is the sort of thing where this is cheap chicken you're getting to keep it in the freezer. This is eggs, which are like 58 cents per 12, and this is rice. So this is like a poverty meal, and the whole point of why I like it is that it's so modifiable. If you don't have an ingredient, you can leave it out. You can add something else. I've done this with tuna. It wasn't very good, but I've done it. I've done this with canned chicken. I've done this with pork. You can do this with or without eggs. You can do this all kinds of ways. So if you have other spices you want to try, like I said, I've used MSG. I've used all kinds of stuff. It's usually pretty good. It's hard to mess it up, to make it unpalatable. I'm sure some ways are better than others, but to make it completely inedible is difficult. Now, usually when I have two hands I do this differently, but alright. Now you add the rice. You fucking kidding me? It's taking too long. now and mix it all up. If you have a wok, you could cook in that too. That's how you're supposed to do it, which is why I don't call this fried rice anymore. I just call it chicken and rice. I had a wok, but it turns out it was a scam. It was a non-stick wok, and it's not how you use a fucking wok. And then the non-stick coating bottom wore away because it was getting too hot, I guess. I don't know. Now, at this point, when it's all mixed, you can leave it to fry, to heat up. But if you feel like it's ready at this point, whenever you feel it's ready, for brevity's sake, and because I've done it before, I'm going to fucking god damn it. Open up soy sauce. Now what I just did off camera was add soy sauce. You add an appreciable amount of soy sauce and you mix it all up. It gives it a nice color, gives it some more flavors. This is why you don't want to load too much salt in here ahead of time, because you're adding soy sauce. At this point, it's time to start adding it to your bowl. Now I imagine most people would be cooking this for multiple people, and that's totally fine. But I'm the only one who lives here. Now, like I said, there are a lot of ways to cook this. A lot of different ways. And I said, you can add more eggs if you want more eggy flavor, but I'm not going to. But because I mentioned another egg, I got a hard-boiled egg I prepared ahead of time, and I'm going to add it as garnish. Here, actually, let me... There, now it can be all presentation-y. Ta-da! So, let's try it out. Good as always. I wouldn't say I like it. And it's probably passable for most people. So, I give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.